Corey, Travis, and Sydney and I have been talking about parents and the influence of families, and that is really about, this presentation is bringing the vision to families.
When you have questions today, don't think, well, it works for them because they are able to articulate and say everything that they want. Well, just because we can say everything that we want doesn't mean we have it.
I have a car and I have a job, and not that I chose to live the life because everybody wants me to, but also not because of my autism, but I chose to live the life because it's my choice.
Family believing capability, even when you don't know what that is, was a huge part of my life.
When we talk about adolescent transition, we talk about it as a time of preparation, time to develop skills and knowledge, and it's more of a process than a one-time event. And when I think of transition, I mean, when you have a child, from the very beginning, they're always transitioning. They're always moving from one stage to the next. Asking them questions about, well, how long can they stay in this pediatric practice for? There are some providers who are very firm, and when the adolescent turns 18, they're then an adult and they need to move to the adult world.
As far as independent living?
Like many people, Sarah is shy about asking questions at the doctor's office.
You know, thinking about access to care and health insurance, learning about consent for treatment. Every adolescent, when they turn 18, becomes in charge of the medical information, and they're the ones that sign consent. So having discussions beforehand is really important.
Many of you will remember having seen a prism with the sunlight coming through it, and you get a variety of colors that are showing. But if you rotate that prism or spin that prism or even gently move it, those colors change and you see it from a whole different perspective. And I think it's been one of the most powerful examples that I've found of how to move through conflict is to get the light to change, to get the colors that are coming through to be seen differently. And then the other thing that I've learned from the people I've worked with is the need to seek the language of yes, that the language of no just doesn't help them. So you can begin seeing with just looking at the word opportunity and rotating the prism, you can see that we're beginning to move more towards the positive rather than the negative. And I think that can have some great impacts on our thinking and decision making.
Our clan is called Aymaramka, which translates into strong people. Our sub-clan is Sanmeramalwak, we are people of the reindeer. And my mother's clan is Kiwami, people of Kiwa. That's who I am.
It took me a while to readjust.
Oh, yes. It's normal. It's hard to adjust once your physical, emotional, and spiritual being get used to the certain lifestyle. And now when I go back to my village, I really have to remind myself, slow down. I learned, according to my observations of the Western culture, it's very important for you to sing the English language if you want to be heard. What happens if I were to do my presentation like this with you guys for an hour and a half? I probably would put some of you guys to sleep, right? If you see an Alaska Native person, especially those who come from the villages, please don't stand next to them because that is very intimidating. You want to mirror them. Just pay attention to their body language and just mirror them. Instead of sitting right in front of them, don't put a chair right in front of them to speak to them. Put a chair next to them.